Okay, let's get started again. My name is Tom, and this is the Stock Dog and Family Farm Ranch channel. Welcome again. What we're going to do today is three things. I'm going to demonstrate how to move sheep that are crowded in a fence corner out into the open field. And this is using a fairly inexperienced dog who has just had a little work in a round pen learning to fetch to the handler. Then we're going to move to sheep crowded in a small holding pen of some type, using your dog to, if necessary, go into the pen and move them out into the field. A word of caution, I'll mention it again later, is especially when training, don't have the pen absolutely crowded. Have it about half full. That way the sheep have somewhere to move and the dog won't get hurt, nor will the handler. And then these exercises lead up to using your dog for such practical things as pulling sheep that are crowded against a gate. Say you've got 50, 100 or more sheep crowded against a gate. It's almost impossible to manage to get a small portion of the gate open and perhaps get a few sheep through. They're crowding through, they're jostling against one another, and it's it's not the kindest, gentlest way to move stock. So I'll demonstrate how to position yourself and your dog to move the sheep away from the gate, have your dog hold them while you go up, unclip the latch, open the gate, and then they go. So you'll hear me again using my models to demonstrate in a clear sort of way what the goal is, and you'll see some field videos as well. Thank you. Lie down. Lie down. Hey. 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 Stand. 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 Walk up. Lie down. Come by. Come by. Come by. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. That'll do. That'll do. Side. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie. Hey, lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Okay, so we're going to talk about using your dog to get sheep out of a corner when they're crowded in there and they don't want to leave the corner. The easiest way to do it, the most straightforward way, you want to use your dog to create pressure on the sheep, but the pressure has to come from the correct angle. Here's my little shepherd right here, and he's not wanting to stand up, but we're going to put him up here and see if he'll stand. So position your dog along one fence line to create pressure. Obviously, you don't want your dog out in here just forcing them into the corner. But as a beginning exercise, position your dog along the fence, and the dog creates pressure. Then position yourself. I may have to hold my little shepherd here along the other fence line. So you put your dog in a down, ask it to stay. Now this is just a beginning exercise because later on you'll be doing flanking maneuvers, but this gets the dog used to flanking, basically flanking into a corner. There's a certain, I call it a vacuum, kind of a draw for sheep toward the handler. If the sheep are used to the handler, if they aren't just wild range sheep, there'll be a certain draw or vacuum toward the handler. Using the pressure of the dog, the vacuum of the handler, put yourself here. Ask your dog to walk up, putting pressure on the sheep. And as your dog walks up, move back along this fence line, drawing the sheep toward you using the pressure of the dog to get them out of the corner. As the sheep leave the corner, begin to move yourself out toward the middle of the field. The dog a herding dog will naturally move in behind the sheep and fetch them to you. So that's a beginning exercise to teach your dog how to get sheep out that they're crowded in a corner. Walk them up. Here. Lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down. Lie down. Here. Lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down. Come by. Lie down. After practicing the simple exercise of putting sheep in a corner, having your dog do a down stay along one fence line, bringing yourself to the other fence line, after practicing that a few times, start putting your dog, let's open this fence line up a bit more like a right angle. Have your dog move off the fence line 10, 15 feet, a few yards. And then you can do the same, moving yourself more toward the center of the field, not exactly on the fence. And ask your dog to either walk up or give it a flanking command if it knows its flanks. As the dog moves into the corner and the sheep perhaps start moving toward the other fence line, move toward the center of the field again, drawing the sheep toward you, using the pressure of the dog to fetch them to you out of the corner. So you'd try that a few times, and then put the sheep back in the corner and move your dog closer to the center of the field. Move yourself closer. Send your dog the same exercise. So it's a shaping type of training. The dog will have the idea then to go down the fence line, pushing the sheep out. The handler can then continue to move toward the center of the field, the dog will fetch in behind the sheep and move him toward the handler. Lie down, lie down. Okay, a quick segment on exhausting sheep from a small holding pen. Here's the borders of my pen. For simplicity, I have not included a gate, and this represents 10 or 12 sheep in the pen. One quick word of caution, especially when you're training a dog, and probably any time, you don't want to overcrowd your pen. You don't want your pen totally crowded, because it's a safety issue for the dog and the handler inside the pen. If the sheep have nowhere to move, you can be injured, and your dog can't. So especially when training, try to keep the pen about half full. So the easiest way to exhaust a pen is the way that sheepdog competitors use. Once they've penned their sheep, they will send their dog on a flank behind the pen. So this is a pen, say, of rails, or perhaps cattle panels, or maybe field fencing, but a reasonably small pen. They'll send their dog on a flank behind the pen, and 10-15 yards, maybe more, behind the pen. That way the sheep don't feel threatened, even though there's a separation between the sheep and the dog. The sheep don't feel threatened. They won't freeze up. They'll know the dog is behind them. They know there's an escape route, and moving your dog up a few paces at a time, having it walk up, but not right to the edge of the fence, the sheep will exhaust, and then you can flank your dog around behind them, and so that they don't re-enter the pen. Push them away from the pen, and then you can close the gate so that they don't decide that they want to rush back in. Sometimes the sheep just won't want to exhaust. You've done everything right. You've sent your dog 10 or 15 yards behind the pen. You've had it walk up slowly. They just want to crowd in the pen or one corner of the pen. Be sure that you're standing off to the side, giving the sheep an opportunity to leave. Of course, don't stand in the entrance. If that doesn't work, sometimes the handler can come around behind, and perhaps with a stalk stick of some kind can swish it around and perhaps help the sheep move out. Another way is with the dog behind the pen, producing some pressure. The handler can go in the pen, and sometimes the sheep will exit, not always. So there are times when the sheep are crowded in a corner. You may have to use your dog to help you get the sheep out. Some freeze up. They just want to enter the pen. They'll lying it down outside the pen, maybe flatten to the ground, and just feel uncomfortable going in. So you may have to help your dog and teach it that it's okay, and that done the right way, everything's going to be fine. So you can just kind of encourage your dog. Walk in with your dog, encouraging it to go down one edge of the pen. Just asking it to you know, here, call its name. Good dog, moving along. And once the dog finds that the sheep tend to move away from it, it'll like to do this. So as your dog gets into the corner, gets behind the sheep, move back out so it becomes a fetch to you. And this is the simplest and easiest way to handle it. Once the sheep are sufficiently out, have your dog hold them there while you move back and close the gate so they don't re-enter the pen. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Get back. Get back. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Okay, that'll do. Here we. So after you've done several repetitions of allowing the dog to walk in the pen with you along one fence line, and allowing the dog to get in behind the sheep, and stepping out of the pen and allowing the dog to fetch to you, it should be ready to enter the pen on its own, allowing you to stand back in a safer position and let the dog exhaust the pen on its own. You've already prepared the dog, teaching it to fetch out of a corner, so it's not a large step for the dog to begin to fetch out of a small holding pen. So you can stand back in a safe position. Don't block the gate, the entrance to the pen. Give your dog a flanking command. You go down one fence line of the pen and fetch the sheep out to you. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. So the exercise of pulling the sheep out of the corner and exhausting a crowded pen leads to a very useful maneuver of having your dog pull sheep away from a gate when they're crowded against it, saving your knees. It's much more gentle on the sheep when they're not crowding through a small gap that you may have been able to make for them in the gate, as they're crowded against it. So simply asking your dog to fetch them away from the fence, put your dog in a down to hold them away, move to the gate, yep. Open the gate, another flank,
and the sheep will willingly spill through the gate.
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.